Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest 8-second gaming. In today's video, we are going to get you guys ahead of the meta curve. Because with Season 21 Split 2 coming right around the corner, the patch notes have been released and there's going to be some hardcore meta changes with one legend in particular, that being a Bloodhound. And with these changes, we are probably going back into a meta that not a lot of people are going to like, because before, when it was meta, not a lot of people enjoyed it to begin with. So today we're going to be getting you guys ahead of that curve. But just quickly, if you guys are looking to take your Apex skill to the next level, then you have to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have top level coaches creating the best, most highly informative guides to make you the best player you can possibly be. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, literally hundreds of guides on that site ready for you to start watching today. No matter what situation you find yourself, struggle with, or want to learn, we have solutions for you. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, and start to improve today. But okay, let's hop back into things. And these Split 2 patch notes are absolutely insane. There are some things that are just absolutely murdering characters, like the Bloodhound changes, and then there's some things that we wanted to get murdered, like the Havoc, that are not getting changed. But also with this, we are seeing the removal of basically everything Digi-threat. Going into the season, they removed the Digi-threat off the floor, and now going into Split 2, they're taking it off the sniper optics, and they're also removing Bloodhound's ability to see through smoke and gas when they are in their ultimate. That was one of the biggest things about Bloodhound. Having that free Digi-threat on your ultimate was absolutely insane. But that was also one of the things making him extremely meta, because with Bloodhound and Bangalore paired together, you were just absolutely unstoppable. It forced other teams to either have a Bloodhound of their own or be at a severe disadvantage, because you just pop dog, run into a smoke, and you are fighting for free. But with that no longer being a thing, and also Bloodhound receiving a bunch of changes to their passive perks, Bloodhound is basically being gutted. Honestly, I don't think Bloodhound is even going to be an A tier legend anymore, and I'm really debating on if they're even going to be in B tier just looking at this, because they are losing basically everything that made them good. The only good thing about them really is still the fact that they have scans, and yes, the ultimate is still good because it makes them the second fastest running character in the game, and it does allow them to still be aggressive, but the visual clutter in Apex is a huge issue, and being able to see through that visual clutter was a huge benefit of Bloodhound. So if Bloodhound is being taken out of the meta, what do I think is going to be replacing Bloodhound? Well, honestly, we're going back to a SEER meta. I hate to say it, because the SEER meta was one of the worst metas that Apex has seen probably to this date, but SEER is still a strong legend. Bloodhound was just miles above them because of how strong their kit was when paired with Bangalore. But over time, with all of the nerfs that SEER has received because of the SEER meta, with the class passes that they did get, it kind of reverted all of those nerfs, and SEER is still a very viable character right now. People just don't play SEER because Bloodhound is so much better. But with Bloodhound receiving all these nerfs, Bloodhound is no longer going to be better, and having a scan legend on a team is still going to be a very beneficial thing. Having free wall hacks in fights is still a very solid option for your team, and most teams are going to want to have those wall hacks in that fight. Knowing when and where your enemies are moving is very strong for a fight, because you can start to pre-fire, you can start to position better, there's a lot of things that you can play around scans. And in all honesty, SEER still has an incredibly strong utility-based kit. His passive, his tactical, and his ultimate are all based on seeing what and where the enemy teams are moving, what they're doing, stuff like that. Now, I do want to say this with a slight grain of salt, because this is a little bit preliminary. We haven't actually seen how Bloodhound's going to be playing in game, we haven't seen how the Bangalore adjustments are going to be played in game, and honestly, it might just be that some other legend comes out of nowhere and makes scans just obsolete. And I also don't think that SEER is going to be as necessary as he has been in past metas. When it was the absolute SEER meta and he was needed on every single team, his kit was extremely overtuned. His kit isn't that way anymore. It's still strong, it's still helpful, but it's not overtuned, it's not overpowered. So I do think that team comps are going to be able to not run SEER and still get away with it. But right now, if you're fighting against a Bangalore or you have a Bangalore on your team, you almost need a Bloodhound on it, because you're at a severe disadvantage, like I have mentioned before, if you don't. So I am very interested to see how things are going to be panning out with SEER and this next season, because fighting in Bangalore smoke is going to be a lot more consistent with the white highlights, so you might not need the SEER scan, but again, having scans in fights is still strong, whether or not you have a Bangalore or not, whether they have a Bangalore or not. Just having those wall hacks is always a good thing. Now, I do know that some people might be saying, well, what about Crypto? Isn't Crypto technically a scan character? And yes, he is, but I don't put him in the same category as SEER or Bloodhound. In order for Crypto to really get the full usefulness out of his scans, he needs to be on his Game Boy out of the fight and not helping his team. Is it good to have the little drone out and doing its thing? Yeah, the drone's strong, EMP is strong, Crypto is a good legend. But if you have something like a SEER or a Bloodhound, you're getting their scans and they are still fighting with you. So you don't really have to rely on the drone as much. So I don't technically put Crypto in the same category as Bloodhound or SEER because he's not really a scan character. So he's in kind of a league of his own. So that's why I'm not really comparing him here. Crypto is still going to be strong in his own right and for his own team comps, but not for the same reasons that Bloodhound is strong or that SEER is probably going to be strong for. But let me know what you guys think is going to be happening to the meta in the comments down below. I would really love to hear some community feedback on this. And if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one.